Now, before we begin, I need to express the importance of body language. Now, in any language that is vocalized, the tone of your voice helps portray what you mean versus what you're actually saying. But in sign language, you don't have the tool of your voice. You just have your hands and your body. So you want to make sure that what you're saying is correlated with your facial expression and body language.
A is for AJ.
B for beach.
C is in coffee.
D for dog.
E for elephant.
F for alleyfish.
G for good.
H for Harry Potter.
I for inquisitive.
J is also for AJ.
K for kite.
L for leopard. M for magic.
N is for no thanks.
O for One Direction.
P for platypus.
Q for quilt.
R for Reister.
S is in snake.
T is for too tired.
U for umbrella.
V for Victor. W as in Wisconsin.
X for excellent. Y for yellow.
Z for zebra. The letters that you learned in the alphabet are going to be very important in learning the next few phrases I'm about to teach you, as some of those letter hand shapes will come up. The first thing you should learn is how to say please, thank you, you're welcome, I'm sorry, etc. So the first sign I'm going to teach you today is the sign for please. Now that is an F hand shape with your right hand. If you remember that from the alphabet, place it in the center of your chest and just rotate it around a few times. Make sure your rotation is going towards your left side. Okay, and that's please. The next is thank you, which looks like this. Now that sign is just a flat hand. It's not any specific letter shape, but fingers are all together, and make sure your hand is as flat as possible. You place those fingers against your chin and you just draw it away. Thank you. That's it for that sign. Now the next sign is in response to thank you, which in English would be you're welcome, but in sign language, the sign for welcome is the exact same sign that is used for hire and enter. So that doesn't really work in this case. So what you're going to want to sign is one of the three following phrases. So if someone were to say thank you, you could say it's nothing. And to do that, you make two O's with your hands, place them about shoulder level, and just shake them back and forth. It's nothing. The next phrase you could reply with would be no problem, which is sort of like an air quote. The bent form is what your hands are going to be in. You place them right next to each other and you just drag them back and forth. No problem. And the last phrase you could use is it's fine, which that is the number 5. You place your thumb at your chest and you draw it away. It's fine. And the last manner word, I guess you could call it, that I'm going to be teaching you is sorry. Now that one is very similar to please, so be careful not to mix those up. For sorry, you use the same hand shape as thank you. Remember that flat hand. You place it in your chest and you rotate it the same way you did for please. So if you meet a deaf person, the first thing you want to do is introduce yourself. So you would say, hi, my name is whatever your name is. So to sign that, you make the B letter with your right hand, place it on the right side of your forehead, palm out, and draw it away. That's hi, kind of like a salute in a way. The next sign is the flat hand that we used for thank you and sorry. You place that in the middle of your chest, but don't move it. That's the sign for my. And then name, you make 2 H's with your right and your left hand, and you tap your right fingers on top of your left fingers 2 times. That's name. Now you don't need to sign is because there really isn't a sign for the word is. You would just finger spell it. But in this case, you don't really need to put that sign in. They'll understand what you're saying. So then, after you sign hi, my name is, you would finger spell your name. Okay? Alright, now after you introduce yourself, they are most likely going to introduce themselves back. And then you could say, nice to meet you. Now to sign that, it's again those flat hand shapes. You place your left hand palm up, and you take your right hand, put it perpendicular to your left, and drag it across. That's nice. Now meet is the G letters, the G hand shape, if you remember that. Now you place your left hand facing you, away from your chest, and your right hand against your chest, palm facing outward, and you drag those to meet each other. That's the sign for meet. And then, to sign you, you just point at the person you're talking to. So that phrase altogether is, nice to meet you. And those are the basics of sign language. Hope you learned a little something, and I hope you continue your study of this beautiful language.